Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, it ain't loud. I gotta look more enthused. I think somebody said that was like I don't be looking like I want to be here at all.
Uh, wow. You gotta get better.
Oh, I be tired, man. Monica Spriggs, what's going on?
Hey, Monica. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. I'm on 1 2.
All right, I gotta turn mine down. So you gotta wait for one of the people.
Who?
You invited people. Okay.
Hey y'all, hey, come on in, come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams, the redo. Y'all know what it is. It's 8 something on Monday. Let's get this thing cracking, cracking. So be sure and like and share, like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. All right. Hey y'all, hey. How's everybody doing today on this Monday at 8 something? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. It's the Caravan of Dreams, the redo. And here we are. Listen, we're not going to waste too much time because we know everybody got lives and families and all that. And then y'all might hear kids in the background because we over here just, rolling right along.
It's all
And
right.
they
When
do,
I get up,
and they just do what they do. So that's what it is. All right, all right. So listen, be sure and like and share, like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. And we're gonna go on and get this thing started. So listen, I thought this was um a very strange situation. First of all, do you know this rapper out of Houston? And I think his last name is Carter. Um what was his name? I'm not sure if his first name Lee Carter. You ever heard of that guy? Probably just a local rapper out of Houston. And so Lee Carter, I don't know what he was thinking, but he kidnapped and held hostage a 32-year-old pregnant lady and just kept her locked up in a garage, like just regular. And so the lady, he left her with a phone. I guess I'm trying to figure out why she didn't call somebody or, 911 or something. I don't know. But she texted him, she said to him, no, she was like, please let me go. I'm in here dying. And he was like, stop with all the dramatics. Like, dude, what is wrong with you? First of all, that you holding people hostage for years. He held her hostage. Now, this is the thing I don't know. If she was pregnant and he held her hostage, when did she have a baby? Because at some point she was going to have to come out of there and go have a baby. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So for years he held her hostage in a garage and had it boarded up, locked up, everything. So you know, just kept her hostage in there. So there's that.
For how many years?
It said for years. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do you hold a pregnant woman hostage for years? At some point, she got to have that baby. So when did she get out? Go have the baby. Went to the hospital, had the baby, came back to him. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know.
Oh,
But
and she had a phone.
and she was texting him. That's why I'm like, ma'am, you should text the police. Like I feel like, isn't there a way to text the police? Like maybe she didn't have
Oh,
no
maybe
service.
she didn't have service and all she could do.
Right, right. And so all she could do was text, but can't you text 911 or something? I mean, I don't know. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
You don't know about texting 911?
No, I don't even call 911.
Because 911 is a joke?
I ain't gonna say it's a joke. There might come a time, you know what I'm saying? I've just been blessed to not need
Right,
911.
right. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering how she survived, and like they said, he held her hostage for years, and but she was pregnant. So I don't know. It's weird, very strange. But anyway, so they arrested him. He got out on bond, and then still harassed her, and so he ended up going back to jail. Done. Like, sir, they told you. During when he bonded out, they was like, do not go near. You know what I'm saying? But he did, and so I'm like, what's his obsession with her? Why didn't you leave her alone? That you risked going back to jail. But anyway, there you go.
I'm still confused on how she was kidnapped. But she
I
could
know.
text.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, you's pregnant and you got a phone. You got a phone clearly because you texting dude. And so you should text somebody to tell them to come get you out of there.
Oh, Misha Davis seemed like she got some
Oh,
insight on it. She said she was a panhandler,
oh,
so she may have felt having someone take care of her was in her favor. Was she
oh.
a panhandler?
Okay. Well, see that now. I didn't hear the panhandler part.
How are
So
you gonna let somebody out research you?
what? Thank you, Misha. Clearly, she got more information than me,
I know.
but I didn't hear anything. You heard what I heard about her being a panhandler, but so it makes me wonder. Then I guess she went to the hospital, had the baby, and came back.
I guess.
She must have.
I mean, some people go back to their abusers. So you, I, I guess she went back to her
I guess so. She
abductor.
must have been comfortable. So well, there's that. Okay, thanks, Misha, for the information because it make a little more sense. So now let's go to this. So there is um in Houston, we still in Houston. Um 11, 12, and 16-year-old kids, they are bank robbers in Houston. And so they went to a Wells Fargo and brandished, is it brandished or brandished?
Brandished.
Brandished.
Brand.
So they brandished some weapons and asked for money. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to pull out some money and give it to me. And they robbed a Wells Fargo. They have been caught,
Oh, okay. I thought they had to get away with it.
but they have been caught. They 11, 12, and 16.
Dang.
11 years old. My God. That you robbing a whole bank?
You said 11, 12, and 16?
Yeah.
Hey.
Now I'm wondering if the 16-year-old had that much influence on them, the 11 and 12-year-old. But sometimes these 11 and 12-year-olds, they be on another level. So
Well, Marcus Jackson Bird, what's going on with you, man? Misha said the red hair looks fire on you, Chris. It's summertime
Thank
is
you.
coming.
Thank you.
Vanessa's encouraging everybody to like, share the video, like and share, like and share. Tell
All
everybody.
right. All
Tell
right.
somebody to tell somebody that the
Come on
Caravan of
there.
Dreams is on.
On. It, right there. Right there.
um, man, you know these kids.
11 year. I'm just thinking, what at 11-year-old? What are you doing at 11? What were you
Well,
doing at 11
it
when
just
you were
depends
11?
on how much supervision you have. Because I feel like the, these influences, these kids, they are influenced at an early age.
Mm, mm,
And I always say they start figuring it out around 11, 12 years old. They start figuring out,
mm,
what I'm gonna be
mhm,
and what I'm
mhm,
not gonna be.
mhm.
Whether you're gonna be a gangster or lame, you're gonna be a trapper, you're gonna be a scammer, you're gonna go ahead and go to school and try to be a doctor or a lawyer or something, have a regular job, which for some is lame. Uh, but at 11 or 12, you start,
You start
and if you
getting
don't,
into that.
yeah, and then being around a 16-year-old, because I think around 16 years old, that's when you think you got it figured
Right.
out.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right. Yeah.
that's when you got to figure it out, and all these adults, are
Mhm.
dumb, and
Right. They don't know
they don't know.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm not just gonna say that the 16-year-old was influencing them, but to have a 16-year-old around you like that,
Right. Right.
yeah,
Right.
that's a scary situation. You just got to have somebody older than all of them
Hmm.
to keep them in line
Right.
and to make sure they don't have the kind of influence to even but brandishing a gun,
Right.
nigga. How did they get a hold
Right. That's
the
my
gun?
thing, first of all. But I feel like that maybe this was one of those situations where at 11 and 12, maybe you trying to join a gang. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, well, this is what y'all gonna do. Maybe they
Dang, what
being
happened to jumping you in, man?
right. Just fight them in
I
instead of
mean,
have
yeah,
go rob a bank.
well, I mean, they had initiations. No, at one time there were initiations where you had to actually, kill somebody.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what the situation was? But I mean, I feel like, you know, when you listen to a lot of people's stories, when it comes to how they grew up, these people who have, gone made a wrong turn, and they'll say, "Well, my mama needed some help. My mom didn't have no help paying these bills, and so I felt like I had to do what I had to do." So you hear kids at 11 and 12-year-olds feel like that is on them, that it was their responsibility to go help their parents, pay some bills or whatever. And I feel like, now, are we as parents messing our kids up doing that?
how?
Making them feel like that they need to be helping, and then they're gonna come up with the whatever way they can figure out quick money.
No, I mean for me, and I sure for me, what I told my kids is I made some bad decisions to where they put me in bad situations. But I don't need you to get me out of this situation. The best way you could get me out of this situation is you go and you educate yourself, get you a regular job, get yourself on your feet. Don't worry about me. We
Right.
good. I know you understand, not having I
But
don't
see, but I think that is a different life, because it's people that's out there living hard. They in the ghetto, they're in the projects. You know what I'm saying? And they see mama struggling, trying to figure out how to do this or get a car or do, whatever the case may be, and they feel like, man, I gotta help my mama. So
they have to understand, and that's why I talk about the influences. Roger said some of these older people are special too, and that's true. Some of these older people are special. That's the reason why we have uh,
mhm,
11 and 12-year-olds getting sidetracked like that.
right,
But that's not. I mean, you. To me, you explain to your kid that the best way you can help me is to educate yourself. Stay out of jail first of all.
yes, yes,
Criminalistic activities, man. That ain't the way.
right,
That ain't the
right,
way.
right.
You
You don't
know,
win nothing
fast
like that.
money a lot of times end up with a fast ending.
Hmm.
We have jail, you know, death,
Right,
those alternatives. And it's like, I don't want you risking all of that just to have something.
right.
Educate yourself and try to get something tangible, something that you'll be able to hold on to, and can't nobody take that away.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
I
Hmm?
I get the street mentality to a point where you talk about, I had to help my mama out or whatever. Me personally, I think this, I think it's a little bit, uh, I don't know how to put it, kind of greedy. Like it's not, you're not necessarily thinking about your mom. You're thinking about yourself too. You want some Jordans. You want some nice clothes. You might want a car. You might want this. You might want that. So it's not necessarily all about mama because you want some stuff too.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, they trying to do something for her, give her something to help on these bills. And a lot of times when mama find out how this money coming, then she be trying to put you out. So
Right.
yeah, so
I mean, some of them be on board. That's the one. That's where you talk about where Roger was talking about some of the older people will be special too.
right, right,
So some of them be like, well, shoot, keep getting that money. Go on and get out there and get
yeah,
that money.
yeah, yeah,
And some of them, it's a family thing. It's like
right,
your daddy sold dope, your uncle sold dope, you gonna sell dope too.
yeah.
To me, that's kind of demented. But I mean,
Mhm.
there are families out there that are like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
no
yeah.
man.
There's that. So listen, this right here is real strange, crazy to me. Like, why would you do this? So there are now 17 states out here that it is legal for you to marry your first cousin.
Louisiana, one of them states.
Um, they did not say Louisiana.
Mm.
Why do you think Louisiana is one? But it
I
sounds.
I've just heard some things.
Oh, okay, okay. But why would you want to do that? Like, uh, to me, okay. First of all, you marry your first cousin, and I think it's people out there that actually do it because they always was a rumor like that in Arkansas or something that they do that kind of thing.
Mm.
But won't that make the kids come out special?
I mean, I don't know how true that is. I don't know. I don't know. It's not for me. I don't, it's
I
not for me.
mean,
I ain't.
it's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, why would you be looking at your first cousin like that? I feel like if you grow up and marry your first cousin, you was always liking her, him, each other.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Right. Yeah.
But I ain't no but. It's just I don't know. That ain't it for me. That ain't it for me. I mean, uh, you could kind of.
Kind of what? I
I
mean,
don't know. I'm trying to see it, but I just. I mean,
I think, well, maybe if you had attraction to them, then maybe that would be, where they say, "Hey, man, we so close. We like best friends, we cousins, and man, I love you like that." So, I mean, it's weird, but that could be how people are out here seeing they cousins. So, I don't know.
it's just hard for me to look at a family member like that. It's like mm, I'm
Yeah,
trying to imagine, looking at a family. I guess you can know if your cousin or your family or your kinfolk is like well built or something, maybe fine or well, the attraction is just I don't know how could you could possibly be attracted to my first cousin. I mean, anybody I'm kin to, I just it just ain't there. It just ain't there. It's like they off limits, man. That's
mm,
family.
I mean, yeah, but and like we said in Arkansas, that's a known thing for them to
Oh, I'm gonna say sounds demented.
quite.
Right?
But
Say first cousins.
17 states are making it illegal to do. So there's that. I guess they feel like, hey, if you want to marry your first cousin, there you go. Good riddance. Have at it. So there's that. So, Who knows? But anyway, so listen, I thought this was super duper interesting. How is it that in the United States, there they said the top five deadliest highways, top five. First of all, number five is going to be I-35 East in Dallas.
Hmm.
Number four is what? I-30 in Dallas. I-30 East in
Damn,
Dallas. Yes.
that was just
Uh-huh.
murderous
Okay.
highways.
Number three is I-95 in Florida. Number two, they come back to Dallas on a different end of I-35.
Mm.
Yeah. The number one deadliest highway in the United States is I-45 in Houston.
Mm.
We're not even talking about just Texas. I-45 in Houston out of the United States is
Mama
the
said
deadliest.
635.
Yeah.
I guess they need to be on the list.
Yeah. I mean, but they're counting how many deadly accidents and deaths. So
Mm.
I-45 in Houston. Um,
Let's say, shut up. Oh,
listen. Yeah, there you go. So I don't know. Like I guess the people are driving real reckless out there. Um, now I was looking at something where when these two-lane highways, that is very dangerous. They need to, open that up, expand it. You know what I'm saying? Try to, make them bigger to where, like, because just think about everybody going, because now how they've raised, the speed limit to 70, 75, and whatever. And if everybody's going 85, 90, because people gonna speed over the speed limit and they going two-way. All it takes is you to do one little, what I'm saying, over the line, because this line, one is going this way. That's a lot. Guess that's all it takes. That's all it takes right there. So y'all be careful out there traveling on these highways.
especially in Dallas, obviously.
Yeah, because Dallas is, and you remember when you used to have to? I don't know. You remember this? Used to be when you're trying to get from 35 to get on 30. You used to have to go all the way across all those lanes
Oh,
to
30,
get to.
35 to 30.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, they fixed that. But it used to be you had to go, and I bet that was part of what was
And that
going
was
on.
like in a quarter mile or less, a little span right
Yeah.
there. You have to
Right.
get all the way over.
Right.
I guess from the sign, when you see the sign
Uh-huh.
to where you got to make the
Right.
turn, it was a real
Right.
short.
Yeah.
And then
And
there's an
traffic was
entryway.
crazy.
Then there's a entryway or something like when you get on, there was an entrance to the freeway.
Right.
And as soon as you jump on the freeway, you see this sign and be like, you
Right.
got to
Yeah.
go all the way over here
Exactly.
to get to
Exactly.
30. I remember
That was
man,
the most
that
dangerous
was, yeah.
situation, man. That's crazy. So that could probably be part of it because that was on 35. So
I remember that. That was, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, now I'd like to no, we're gonna go through this one first. So anyway, there is a lady named Michelle Mack. This is what's crazy to me. Michelle Mack, which sounds like a very black name, right? Sounds very African American, Michelle Mack. But guess what? Michelle Mack is a white lady. Okay. Now here's the thing. Michelle Mack, she had a crime ring of 12 women called the California Girls. Now, the California Girls, what they did was she would fly them to different states. They would go in these stores and steal cosmetics and designer clothes and things like that, to a tune of $8 million. Okay, is over the span of time that she did this. And so, but these women were getting away with it. Why? Because they were all white women. And the thing is when we go in the store as black women, we go in the store and we looking at stuff. Guess who security's watching? They're watching us. Well, guess what? The white women, and I'm sorry if I got any white women on here, but they can go in the store and pick up something and put it in their purse, guess what? They not being watched because they spending all the time watching us, thinking we out here stealing. And Michelle Mack got a ring of white women out here done cleaned up to a tune of $8 million worth of stuff. How about that? Now, I feel like that's what you get. Y'all watching the wrong people. What are your thoughts on that?
Mhm. Privilege. They're using that privilege.
Mm-hmm. And she knew that. She knew it too.
Roderick said that's false.
What's false?
I don't know. Clarify. He said he said LOL, that's false.
Roger, what's false? Because that's what they do. When you go in the store, I feel like what was that? It was uh don't be a menace to society when you drink the
While drinking
juice,
your
something or other.
juice in the
Yeah.
hood.
And so when they walked in that store and the bell said niggers or something like that, like the alarm bell, I feel like it's almost like that because when we go in the store, then we get watched.
It's
We get
true.
watched. It, and you know what? I absolutely hate. I will be like, you know what? I don't want nothing in the store. I'm gonna leave. I'll go pick up some stuff and be like, never mind. Because y'all not gonna be watching me all the way through the store. It's like, stop. But that's what they do. But guess what? As white people, you can go in there. You know what? You need a white friend. Black people, you need a white friend that can go in there and grab whatever they want to grab while they watching you. And then y'all can just leave out. There you go.
Oh,
I mean, because clearly they're not being watched. So,
um, now Roderick is a security guard. He is top flight security of the world.
oh, okay.
For the world, Craig. He said the security watching blacks. Everybody gets watched on my ship. Well, that's your ship, and you black.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. That's different.
Yeah.
That's quite different. Um, Shawnee B, what's going on? He said
Hey,
hello to a
Shawnee.
beautiful couple. Clyde McGee, he said I'm late. That's all right. We be late too.
Okay.
Um, no, I think the profiling is still a thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's always gonna be a thing because you know I don't want to get on my racial thing, man.
Right.
It's
Right.
white America. We live in white America. Emphasis on white.
I mean,
So
there you go.
hey, I ain't. You know what, man? I ain't mad. They just hit a lick, man.
I mean, they did, but the fact is that I feel like y'all got what y'all deserved on that. The lady, she, used the white privilege,
There you go.
got her 12 white women, called them the California girls. They going everywhere. They grabbing up stuff, makeup, and guess what she do? She go on Amazon and resell it. Boom.
I am not encouraging criminal activity
No, we
per
not.
se.
We not. But I'm
But
saying,
what I'm saying is she just took advantage
yeah, she did.
of, a society that supports her. She took advantage of that. Um, was under the dark, come to light, so she got caught up in it. But she, I guess, for 10 years, and she made good money.
Yeah, she did. 8 mil to the tune of 8 million. Okay, so
And they were called what the California
the
the what
California
the
girl.
California girls,
Yeah.
white girls.
Yep.
Stop it.
And she got a 4,500 square foot mansion that they go and store the stuff. So there's that. So
What was that on? Don't be a menace. Oh,
What?
I saw something about that where it was profiling the black dude and the white dude was straight up stealing out the store.
right, right. See, that's a thing. That is a thing right there. So here's a something that happened. So this guy from New Orleans, 29-year-old fool from New Orleans, he and this is what he told the police when they did catch up with him. He said, so I woke up this one day and decided today I was gonna kill somebody. So he called an Uber and had the Uber driver to drive him to wherever, and decided that the Uber driver was the person he was going to kill. Now, what he said, uh, wasn't his fault. It was Uber fault because they were the ones who came and picked him up. So, yeah, he told the police. He said, I didn't know her, but I had to kill somebody today, and she came. She was the one who picked me up. I feel like this dude got mental issues. Now, the person telling the story was saying, that's, some devil mentality, whatever. But I feel like you got to be a little mental. You hearing voices or something, right? Telling you to do something crazy like that.
That's the voice. I mean, what on the video? What did he say? The devil is recruiting or something like that.
Right here. I hear recruiting. Yeah, but he said he just started stabbing the back of the seat, of the car, and he ended up killing him. That's crazy.
I mean, that voice. I guess that was Satan.
Yeah. Y'all gotta be careful of the voices that you hear. So there's that.
I'm not listening to no voice talking about kill somebody.
Right. Right. So I don't know. Hopefully that dude be somewhere where he needs to be. So anyway.
That white dude. No, I think it was a black dude.
Yeah, he was black. And he killed the driver he killed was black as well. So yeah. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Rest in peace to that Uber driver. It makes you leery about, being an Uber. This is not the first time that Uber drivers have been attacked or whatever. So, gosh, you gotta be careful out here. I think that you kind of might want to, I don't know, what as an Uber driver, what do you do to protect yourself? Because you don't know what's going on behind you, right?
I don't know.
So
I don't know. The only thing you can do is put on the full armor of God.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I can't say what you can and can't do in that situation. The man apparently started stabbing through the back of the seat.
Yeah. And then I guess he, ended up getting her neck and head and all that. So.
Talking about demented. Clyde say, stay strapped. Yeah, I guess. It depends on how you handle that first stab. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, because that's from behind you. You don't know what probably be like, dang. And then, from there, definitely got to be LTC.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she drove Uber for 7 years. I just prayed before I got on the road. Put on the full armor of God. Yeah. I mean, you just gotta, like Clyde said, you gotta stay strapped. And I guess first pinch you feel, then you're gonna have to draw down.
That's it. So, okay. Now, this, so I'm gonna say this. If you out here, I'm just gonna say parents, you got kids, okay? And guess what? We all want to go on vacation and whatever. We want to, take our vacation. We want to go too, right? But don't go if you ain't got no babysitter for your kids. Don't just leave your kids at home and be out there cruising and talking about I'm gonna watch the webcam. Huh? Come on now. So this lady, she out here on a cruise, left her 6 and 8-year-old at home while she on a cruise, and she said she was watching the webcam, and she called them on the cell phone. She FaceTimed them, but she said they good, like they at home, they doing what they supposed to do. They go to school, they get on the bus, go to school, they come home, fix some noodles, and she'll webcam them. You know what I'm saying? She watch them on the webcam so she see what's going on. And can you imagine leaving these two here by themselves while we all go?
How old is the babies, you said?
6 and 8.
Hell no.
Right. Because at some point, somebody they're gonna be fighting,
My
and
mama said, dumbass. Yeah, I'm trying to. You gotta have some pretty mature
right,
kids in
right.
order to get away with that.
Hmm.
Cause what we got a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old right now, and I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare.
Woo-hoo.
They gotta walk to school. Did they walk to school or something?
I guess they rode the bus, and home and back, whatever. But still, that's scary. What do you do? Okay, so you're on the webcam and you see something that happens. You're on a cruise. What you gonna do? What do you do?
No. Well, I'm gonna say Diesel and Dove never.
Right,
I can't see it.
right,
I
right.
can't see it.
That's some.
I just think for
Woo-hoo.
them, once they figure out the shoe, we ain't coming.
Okay.
Ain't no
Right.
telling what.
Knowing that we not in town. Oh my God. Ain't no telling what's about to happen.
They gotta wake up in the morning. That's one thing they're not gonna do.
Right.
I gotta man,
Right.
I gotta get up every morning, come what may. 6:30 and wake these kids up. And if I don't wake them up at 6:30, they ain't getting up.
Yeah.
They're not getting up.
So ain't no webcam gonna wake them up or
Mm-mm.
no phone or nothing. So yeah.
Can't see.
Yeah.
Nope.
Um,
Nope. Michael Kelly, what's going on with you, man? He's a artist, man. Got some good music out, man. Few releases out. Even let me get my hands on some music earlier. I appreciate you, bro. Clyde McGee say they just locked up a Latino lady who went on a cruise for a week and left her 8-month-old baby. Whoa, wait a minute. Left her 8-month-old baby in the crib. The baby starved to death.
oh my God.
I don't know what she was thinking.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
8-month
She
old
couldn't have
to
been
go on a
thinking.
cruise, nigga. Well, what?
She was not thinking. She couldn't have been.
That's not smart at all. That baby can't take care of herself. Of course, the baby
Wow.
gonna starve to death.
Wow. She
But
didn't
let's
want
say,
that
better
baby.
not leave these kids at home.
Mm-mm.
You right.
Honestly.
Better not.
Yeah. So anyway, there's people out here crazy enough to do that kind of thing. I don't know what it is that what would even make them comfortable. Like that's just crazy. For real.
The 6 and 8, yeah, for sure. And then the 8-month-old, that's just dumb. I don't know. I don't know what made you think that baby was gonna survive. You going on a
Mhm.
cruise?
Yeah. Yeah, that's horrible. So
Well, I'm gonna say leave him, give him the death penalty.
I guess the
Sure.
the six
She
the
was
6-year-old and the 8-year-old, they fared okay, but the neighbors I think were the ones who end up calling CPS on her.
how? I wonder
Hmm.
what happened. What they went next door asking for some sugar or something.
Right, something happened that made them know. So
Yeah. Might have told it. Might have been in the fighting, 6 and 8-year-old. They might have been fighting. I'm gonna tell it. My mama ain't here, so I'm gonna go tell the person next
right,
door.
right,
So and so messing with me. Well, where your mama at?
right.
Well, she in
She on
Puerto
a
Rico.
cruise. Uh-huh. Mama on the cruise. She told us not to do nothing, not
Oh,
to tell nobody.
oh my goodness.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. So anyway, listen. Can we play the song?
So,
We can't play the song. I just need to play it on my phone.
mm,
Huh? Yes. Okay, y'all. So listen. Now, I need to know where my old school people at, because this song, which is a Tony song, right? And what's the name of the song?
just me and you.
Just Me and You. First of all, before I even do, y'all know the lyrics without nobody Google? Do not Google. Do not Google. Do you know the lyrics to Just Me and You? Tony. Does anybody know the lyrics to Just Me and You? Okay, so here's the thing. So the part of the song that I'm asking about is,
I kill it. So that was his jam.
oh, okay. So Michael, tell me What do they say when he says, don't worry? When he says, don't worry, what are the words? Don't Google anybody. Do not Google. What are the words when after he say, don't worry?
Don't worry about. Is it don't worry about
Yeah.
nothing? Don't worry about it, nothing.
Do anybody know the
Don't
words
worry about
after?
a damn thing.
Okay.
Before you say don't worry
Before
about
you
the
say
damn
that.
thing.
Just me and you. Ooh, baby. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this song. That way you can y'all can hear it. Let me know if somebody can get it before I do it.
I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of the clip.
You want to do the clip? I mean, I can
Go
pull
ahead.
up the
You can
clip.
play the song.
The one he did?
Yeah.
Just pull that up. Oh, you gonna play it?
Clyde
on
McGee
that?
said, according to him, he was naming off new edition members.
How you know that?
Because he Googled it.
Uh-huh. He saw that. He saw it. All right, y'all. I think you gonna try to put it on. Johnny finna play it.
What?
You gonna play it on there? On the screen?
Okay, try.
Yeah, he saw the video. I thought so.
No, I saw the video. Yep. I mean, most of it's done went viral. And then when you go to YouTube to go listen to it, they got somebody in the comments talking about who all came in here, you know, coming from the video saying with the original lyrics.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he named off. What did he say?
He did say now on that video, he says that he named 3 new edition members, but he only named 2. He does name 2. And I think, and I know for a fact, I never even heard it like that. But you know, there's a lot of songs that I just sing whatever words I think that fit. So, and I'm sure clearly I'm not alone because the whole audience is like, don't worry about this, don't worry about that. And that is definitely not what it's saying. So I think everybody been wrong. So, but when he said that, it was like, oh shoot. So now we all going to YouTube to see what is he actually saying. And he do name 2 new edition members.
He kind of messed up my adolescence with that. I mean, I didn't know that's what it was.
Yeah, I think nobody did. Are you able to get it?
Yeah. I'm trying to put it on this computer so I can play it. And that was what, Boys in the Hood?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, Johnny's gonna pull it up, y'all. Here we go. Right. Okay, check out the video.
Oh shit. We should have done this beforehand. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't do the proper prep. I saw it and I was gonna do it earlier, but time got by me.
Oh. Break it down. What are you saying? Me and you. Don't worry about who. What? Let me see if you really know the words. Say it. Shh, quick, real quick. Shh, those are not the words. Okay. Let me tell you what the words are really quick. So when I wrote this song at home in my back room at my mom's house, and I was writing this song, kind of a lazy writer sometimes, more of a musician, you know. So one of my favorite groups is New Edition, right? So I just used these names. I said, just me and you, oh baby. I said, don't worry about Ricky, don't worry about Michael, don't worry about Bobby, baby.
Okay, so yeah, he said, don't worry about Ricky, don't worry about Bobby, don't worry about Michael or Michael, whatever. Anyway, that's not
I
what
think
he
it was
said.
Michael and Johnny, right?
Yeah. On the song, he does say, don't worry about Michael, don't worry about Johnny, don't worry about them.
Oh, break it down.
So he says Michael and Johnny. Yeah, that's what that's what he says. We don't need nobody else. But did y'all ever know that he was saying Michael and Johnny? Like, that is not what we that is not what we ever thought.
I ain't know about Michael and Johnny. And then the other two was don't worry about Tina, don't worry about Tracy. I ain't
right. And who is
I
that?
think I just said don't worry about nothing the whole time.
Right. Because they were even they were saying, don't worry about this, don't worry about that. I don't know if I thought that, but I think I probably was like that. Don't worry about nothing, something. But I definitely didn't hear no names. But it does say, don't worry about Michael, don't worry about Johnny, don't worry about them, baby. What do you say? So yeah. So Michael said me too, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a Boys in the Hood soundtrack, yeah.
Oh.
I get that mixed up sometimes. I think it was a Higher Learning soundtrack he did something on. I think he did Ask of You on the Higher Learning soundtrack. And Omar Epps was running track or whatever. Omar Epps and Tyra Banks was running track or something like that. So I be getting that mixed up.
Don't worry about Bobby, baby. Is at the end? Oh, okay. I didn't. I guess we didn't get to the end of the song.
No, we didn't.
So okay. Well, yeah, we did not know that he was calling out New Edition members in that song. Period. So
yeah, I ain't know nobody. And Tina and Tracy is not in New Edition. I don't know what group they in.
Right. I don't know who that is. Who is it? Like, yeah, I think he's.
I can get the Bobby baby. I can see that at the end.
Okay.
But I definitely didn't know nothing about that.
Don't worry about Bobby, baby.
Yeah, I can get that one. But I ain't know about no Michael. I ain't know about no Johnny.
Right.
And definitely know about no Tina and Tracy.
Yeah, but when I guess in his lives, he must sing, he must bring in new members. He making up stuff all the way around. So. But hey, he can do that. His song, right? He wrote it. But
on the video, he said that on the video. But on the video, he actually started out with Ricky. I ain't hear Ricky in none of the parts.
Ever. Yeah, he said, don't worry about Ricky. Don't worry about Johnny. Don't worry about Bobby, baby. Something like that, right? Or whatever. But anyway, he said it different on that than what it is on the YouTube. So there we go.
Yeah, I mean, even when he said that, I was like, I ain't hear no Ricky.
Right.
I didn't hear no, what is that? The short eye.
Right. Yeah.
I ain't hear
Ricky,
nothing.
Yeah, it don't even sound like if that fit. So
Clyde McGee said, here's one of the, I remember that song by Guy where he said dumb B. I think it's talking about Peace of My Love. I think he was talking about Peace of My Love.
I think I heard where somebody said something about that before, but I don't know what.
Yeah, he said Peace of My Love.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's Google the lyrics. That's what. I don't
see, because I mean, my thing is that if I was telling Johnny, sometimes Google, whoever they use for their lyrics, is not always exactly what it says. So you really have to try to figure out what the song is saying. I think Google be listening and be like, is that what they said? Like, who's the master of that?
No, a lot of those are lyric sites.
Right. Though okay, those sites that how to who gives them the words?
I mean, somebody's usually running it. I mean, they probably got AI on it nowadays.
Well, yeah, true.
But when they first came out with the lyric sites, it was actually people. I was actually in talks with somebody back when I was building websites, and we were talking about doing something like that, doing the lyrics to
Right.
every song or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, no, I'm not finna write down the lyrics.
Right.
Oh,
Right. That's a
but
lot of
had
work.
I done so, no telling what I would be sitting on right now. What kind of
Right.
gold mine I'll be sitting on right now.
Right. Yeah, that's Johnny is looking up the lyrics for
I
Peace
was
of
thinking
Mind.
about
Yeah. I think somebody just said that and decided that that's what it should say. Michael Kelly said, or what Clyde said, the lyrics is gonna say one thing, but when you hit the song, it says something else. True. That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think I heard. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say I think I heard it was something similar to Dumby, and I think he's talking about the chorus. And Aaron Hall said something. It was an
Yeah.
ad lib part in there,
Right.
and it could be construed as
Right,
as
right,
that.
right. Ain't no telling. And right now, where's Aaron Hall? So let's start there.
Man, oh no,
Right, right.
oh no, Pope, man.
Yeah.
Everybody be going through something. I saw a clip of Freddie Jackson, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 40 years in the game, so you can't expect him, to look like uh, young Freddie Jackson 40 years later.
Right.
Even at that, that would put him at 60, almost 70 years
Well, he's
old.
tiny right now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. See, Big Freddie was the better singer.
he's definitely sick or something. He's definitely got an illness
Yeah,
or
I
something.
think
going
so. I think so. Michael Kelly said, "Shout out to Nurse J yesterday. It was live at the
on.
Improv."
He was live at the Improv. He does a show with Shed G. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And I feel bad because I don't remember the name of the show.
Yeah.
It's a Christian show, Christian comedy show. And he's a part of the comedy, and he's a part of the entertainment part.
Right.
And, they talk about touring and stuff right now. So yeah, definitely. Shout out to my younger brother, man. He doing his thing out here working. He been at it for a long time, though. Long time. Everything that comes to him, I feel like is well deserved because he definitely, if he ain't do nothing else, he put in the work.
Yeah. Yeah. So listen, y'all. Here's something that, and I didn't let Johnny know that I was going to do this, but I just want to know if y'all are this way, like Johnny and I are. So, husband, what what is my favorite movie?
Man, you know what? If we hadn't gone over this probably a couple of months ago, then I probably wouldn't remember. But if I'm not mistaken, it's The Best Man.
It is The Best Man. That would be correct.
Yeah,
that would be correct.
That was I kind of had to reconnect with my wife a little bit. For years I knew that, but I ain't even gonna lie. We what 16 headed towards 17 years in, and I'm, complacency is setting in. I'm in cruise control, and I can admit that. I don't think we're at a situation where our marriage on the rocks or nothing like that. But you just can't be complacent, in marriage. And I have a kind of allowed that to set in. There are some things that I should remember and I don't.
All right. So now, okay. So husband, what would be one of my favorite artists?
Shit. I don't know. Outside of old Jeffrey Osborne, man.
Hey, that's why you down yourself?
Say, man, because I'm on the spot and everybody looking at me, and if I get it wrong, then that just plays right into what I just said. But the only reason why I know that is because whenever I play Jeffrey Osborne, then you start singing and rocking to the song.
Well, we talked about that a long time ago.
Exactly,
I told you,
a long time ago.
Man,
that is many drinks ago, many blunts ago. Even though I don't really smoke no more, but still, the effects are there. So
Good
Hey,
job.
I made it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so listen, I just wanted to say that because some
Yes,
years
Vanessa
ago.
Jeffrey Osborne.
Yes.
Hey,
Listen,
Jeffrey Osborne, really?
I
And
have
you know what?
never been so much. That song is a jam. Oh my gosh. Yes.
And I try to sing the karaoke of it, man, but I don't know. It just does not agree with me.
Look at Clyde talking
Right
about
there,
Anita
talking about
Baker.
those Nita Baker, and that's, you know what?
That will be another
That's
one.
I'm about to say
That will
that'd
be
be
another
somewhere
one.
in the top five, if not right at 2 or 3. So I'm gonna have to check you out, Clyde. You know too much.
Because
You
I'm
too
like that.
reserved.
Have I told that story before? But yes,
I
she is another one.
mean,
She is.
you probably give off Anita Baker vibe.
Yeah. I mean, you would be right, Clyde. She is. That is one. That is also one. The Jeffrey Osborne is something that probably nobody would know other than Johnny because, uh, that is something that I share
I
with
mean,
him. So.
when you put two and two together, it's not really far fetched. When you put two and two together, that was your era, first of all. That was like the '80s era, and he was kind of the man back then. His group, what was that go? What was the group he was? Because he was in a group, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
What was his group?
It was the I don't know.
Man, if you wouldn't ask, I could probably tell you.
Right, you the DJ.
So it's not far fetched.
Yeah, who was Jeffrey Osborne part of the group?
LTD. That's it.
LTD. Yeah.
LTD. My mom put LTV, but that was just enough to give me what I needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clyde said most women love her. Yes, most women do. Most women do. And that's another one from her time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because for me, I used I like driving music, and Anita Baker. Put Anita Baker on, I can drive on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
give me
going to sleep.
the wheel, and I'm driving on
Anita
Anita Baker.
Baker gonna put me to sleep.
Cause I'm singing probably 80% of the song.
Well, okay, since you doing me like that.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah.
No, because we have never talked about it.
We ain't never talked about
We've
it.
never. You got too many people that. Only thing I do know is that Kill Bill would be one of your movies. Because if we ain't watched Kill Bill at least 200 times.
I watched it last night.
Oh my
1
goodness.
and 2 last night. Went to sleep on 2.
Right.
I'm probably gonna try to finish that tonight.
Right. Yes.
So you don't know what music. You don't know who I would listen to if I was gonna be on the road. Who would I listen to?
You know what? You have such a variety of music, and I know that it's got to be. And I'm a soft rap genre, but I can't put an artist with it because you listen to so much.
Man, if I'm getting on the road, I'm listening to Jodeci. The last time we was on the road, that's what I listened to the whole time when I drove home.
Where did we?
When we went down to Houston, went down to the Galveston
your
area down
thing.
there with the DJ. Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
And that was I was Jodeci the whole time. You was asleep though. So,
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
All
I'd
right.
say "Lovers Everywhere" by LTD is a Chicago classic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You say Kill Bill is awesome. Yeah, Kill Bill. That's one of my. I got a few shows that I can watch over and over again. Kill Bill, Matrix trilogy. I can watch any of those, over and over again. Because really, we living in the Matrix, man. That AI stuff, boy, man,
It's real.
it's so real.
Mm-hmm.
Janine said, "Really, Jodeci, man. Jodeci is my favorite group of all time. My favorite R&B group of all time. I hated to see their decline. I just knew that they would just go on to do awesome things."
Yeah.
Said Full Time by H. H-Town was another one of my groups, but to me, Jodeci was it, man. Jodeci was it. They was like a super group to me because KC and JoJo, they had crazy range. You got a awesome producer in Devontae Swing. It was just like that was just a well put together group to me. The only one I ain't really see a lot of value in was Mr. Davin. Which Mr. Davin, he was, from what I understand, he did a little bit of production and stuff like that, and of course he did some harmonizing. But the two lead vocalists, KC and JoJo, come on, man, you almost can't even pair together two better vocalists right there. And then you got Devontae in that whole era where you had the merge. This was the first merging of R&B and rap in the in the 90s. And they was kind of like the bad boys. To me, they were like the bad boy version of Boys to Me.
Right.
So yeah.
Who was that April Showers?
That was Drew Hill.
Drew Hill.
That was Drew Hill.
Okay.
And I was Drew Hill was a little bit afterward. And then you got Cisco. To me, his voice reminded me a lot of KC.
Yeah.
But they had they was dope too. That was about in that 2000 range. Drew Hill, Jagged Edge. I mean, that was that second wave of R&B.
So y'all, this is the thing right here. So for me, must have been 20 years. Let me see how long. Maybe about 18 years ago. I asked Johnny, like we were just like on a maybe a first date, whatever type situation, and I asked him a question. I said, "Well, what was the question I asked you?"
It was something about Snoop. I don't know.
I asked him a Snoop question that I didn't know the answer, and he was like, "Oh, well, Snoop was so and so and such and such. And he was 1980s, and he came out in this time, and this was the year, and he did this." I was like, "This is my dude right here." This is my dude. Because he reeled it off like he was so knowledgeable, and this was pre him being a DJ. Like he was just new music. So that was the thing that made me fall in love with him. How did you first fall in love with Johnny? Because he was very knowledgeable in music.
That's crazy. Not that I opened some doors, There you go, Snoop.
But it just showed that he was so intelligent, and I loved that about him. Like that was big.
Hey man, intelligence wins, man. I be trying to tell people. Hey.
There you go.
Clyde said Jodeci responsible for the making of these 20 and 25-year-olds. They had a whole lot of baby maker joints. They did, and they came in that era when you had the fast songs on one side and the slow songs on the other side. You have a tape or a record or whatever, and they have everything. A side might be the party side, and the B side is the baby making side. So that was about the last of that era.
Yeah,
of making stuff like that.
So Janine says she listened to Janet on the road. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I also listened to old school New York rap. So who is that?
New York rap. If you listen to New York rap, you're probably going into that KRS thing.
What's my rap I do karaoke?
Oh, you talking about To the Hip, the Hop, the Hip. I can't even, man.
That's
Sugar Hill
Gang. Yeah, Sugar Hill. That's not you. They not New York. They're not East Coast.
I don't know that they New York or not. I mean, when you talk about New York, you talking about Brand Nubian, Lords of the Underground, Early Buster.
Oh, okay.
Poor Righteous Teachers was in there.
So Sugar Hill was probably West Coast, huh?
I don't know what coast they was, but Sugar Hill was early rap, very early rap.
Right.
And that's what it was kind of taking over. But it was a lot of regions was doing it, but New York was like the motherland.
Mm-hmm.
People back then, people was like throwing raps in at the end of their R&B songs, just kind of as a new thing or whatever.
Right.
People was throwing in a little bit of rap there.
Right.
But I said Luther Vandross was a baby making machine. True that. Luther was in that Anita Baker era. That was before. Luther was right after Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, man, ain't no telling what he would have came up with if he was still alive at that time. Right. He was making that baby making music. He was like the R. Kelly of the previous generation. And right in the middle of all that was like Luther. To me, Luther was he was a little bit more of a smooth, but like Marvin had this ability to be, sexual and smooth. Like he could make a Luther type track too.
So who is then all of a sudden everything seemed to explode. Is that Marvin?
I don't know.
And I can't distant lover. Distant lover.
Okay, yeah, that's Marvin.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Let's say sound like Travoy. Travoy, a music person.
Yeah. Okay.
Clyde McGee said Isley Brothers. Cause yeah, Isley Brothers. Isley Brothers span across about 4 decades, man. Because they actually started out as a kind of a rock group. It's Your Thing, stuff like that.
Best Isley Brothers album, in my opinion, this is just me, because I love this album, Mission to Please. And I know it's a whole bunch of other ones, a whole bunch of songs out there, but the Mission to Please album, and you don't even hear that like different songs out of that anymore. But that song, that album jammed. That album jammed. That's my opinion.
I can't really say because when I was young, I was
older.
Well, yeah, and I was listening to. It's crazy because that was 20 years before Mission to Please, and they already had a Best of Isley Brothers.
Right, I know.
Because that's what I was listening to.
Right.
So I really can't say an album because I was too busy listening to. They had like a 2-disc situation,
right,
with the Isley Brothers, and that's what I was listening to.
Right.
I like Mission to Please because that was a resurgence for the Isley Brothers, and also, they had a lot of production from
got a lot of swing out on there, a lot of songs.
Of course, that's one of my favorite R&B artists. I don't care what he got going on in his personal life, but Mr. Robert Kelly, to me, one of the best R&B artists outside of Marvin Gaye, one of the best of all time, the best to ever do it. And he was real big at that time. He was doing a lot of those swing out joints, Happy People, Backyard Party.
Right.
He had started dropping his albums and stuff, and he'd had them swing out joints on there. Man, awesome. I just hate that he had those demons going on in his personal life that just messed the whole situation up. But
he said Heat Wave.
Lord. All I know about them was what Always and Forever.
Right. Yeah, that's the only one I know of on Heat.
It's actually a couple more that I know of. I can't really think of them right now off the top of my head. And that's just me getting old. But they got a couple of. Was Groove Line that wasn't Heat Wave?
Huh. Clyde, was Groove Line Heat Wave? It might have been.
I don't know. Because they got another one that's kind of upbeat a little bit. Heat Wave had.
He said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was more of a upbeat joint. Atlantic Star, yeah. Atlantic Star, they had the little good cheat songs. Always. Well, that's actually what was it? Secret Lovers.
Secret Lover.
That was that was one of my jams back in the day. I liked Always.
Oh, okay. Boogie
Nights. Yeah, that's it right there.
That was a jam.
DeBarge, come on, man. I like it. That's the first one that come to mind as soon as you say DeBarge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's Leon.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was Leon.
Yeah.
With the Boogie Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Heat Wave. That was Always and Forever was my little jam there, man. I used to try to sing that a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to pull that one out. Can you
say, man, I don't got the range for that, man. And shoot, as long as I drop that key down, yeah. Because when he started ad-libbing at the end, man, oh my God. And then he went into nobody really. Nobody really. Because you're going to have to, man, you got to hit your falsetto at the end. You're going to have to have some rain.
Right.
You got to drink you some lemon juice. So
okay. Hot tea.
Tell Me You Still Care. Was that Atlantic Star? That was SOS. That was SOS band. Tell Me, Do You Really Care? Yeah. Well, I'm okay. Tell Me, Do You Really Care? I don't know what song that is. I ain't gonna lie. If that's Atlantic Star. Now tell me if you still care. I know that's SOS.
Tell me if you still care.
Yeah.
about me.
Say, let's
Do you
hear a
really
little.
care?
I am not doing karaoke right now. You want to hear some karaoke, man? If you come down to Blitz Lounge on a Thursday, you might
Oh gosh.
catch me doing some karaoke. Might. I ain't even making no promise.
Oh gosh.
Maybe. I think about sometimes going live down there at Blitz Lounge. I'm thinking about going live more on my TikTok because I done neglected my whole TikTok crew, man. None of us was going up back when my gigs was low and I could go live twice a week, but now they ain't seen me in months. I went live
Right.
the other day and it was like, hey, stranger.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, man, we done did this overtime.
Yeah.
Shouldn't talk about music. We could talk about music all day. We could
Right.
probably do a whole nother
Right.
podcast on that.
Right. Right.
Appreciate y'all dropping in. Clyde, appreciate you coming in as usual, man. Vanessa,
Thank y'all.
Leon, all our regulars. Appreciate y'all.
Thank
Y'all make
y'all
sure
so
y'all tell a
much.
friend, bring a friend back with you next week.
Yeah. You know, I wanna do I'd like to set a goal for us to, to double these numbers. So we need to invite some people. We need to come up with an incentive. But we'll figure that out. So anyway,
Yeah, we can't do no cash app incentive. Them boxes
Okay.
real. I don't know parts of them, man. They overwhelming.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all again. And listen, we'll be back next week.
Yeah,
What? When?
same jazz time.
Same jazz channel.
We'll see y'all later.
All right, y'all. Be blessed.